In this video, we will learn to factor the sum or difference of two perfect cubes, like number 1. When we talk about perfect cubes, it pays to have this in the front of your mind. 1 to the third power is 1. What about 2 to the third power? Well, that's 8. 3 to the third power is 27. 4 to the third power is 64. And 5 to the third power is 125. All of these numbers are perfect cubes. Alright, so if I need to know, for example, what is the cube root of 125, oh look, that's 5. Okay, I'm going to add a few more numbers onto this list. The more of these you can memorize, the easier your life will be. 6 to the third power is 216. 7 to the third power is 343. That's pretty much as many as you ever need to have in your head. Beyond that, calculator is golden. Anyway, when you look at problem number 1, notice the 64 and the 27. Oh look, 64, that comes from 4. 27, that comes from 3. Okay, so the deal is when we are factoring the sum or difference of two perfect cubes, it is always going to factor as a binomial and a trinomial, a 2-piece and a 3-piece. Let's start with the binomial. The binomial is always going to be the cube root of these two things. So like we just saw, 64 is 4 cubed. Of course, the cube root of n to the third power is just n. And then it's minus, so I'm just going to keep this minus. And 27 is 3 to the third power. So it's just the cube root of each of these terms gives me the binomial. Now, for the trinomial, it's a trinomial. So there will be 3 terms, a beginning, a middle, and an end. Let's do the beginning and end next, because the beginning is going to come from this and the end is going to come from this, and all we're doing is we're going to square these. So if I do 4n squared, that's going to give me 16n squared. If I do 3 or negative 3 squared, that's going to give me a positive 9. So that's how you get the beginning and the end. To get the middle is going to be the product of these two terms. We're going to multiply these together. Alright, so if I do 3 times 4n, that's going to be 12n, but it's going to be the opposite sign right now. So if this is negative, then this is going to be positive. In fact, speaking of signs, there's a little acronym that will help you remember. It's called SOAP. S-O-A-P. SOAP. It stands for same, opposite, always positive. That will help you remember these 3 signs. The first one is the same, the second one is opposite of what you started off with, and the third one is always positive. And that is how you factor the sum or difference of two cubes.